It's hard, even the love of being a mother is not strong enough to stop your drug addiction.
I literally lost everything.
I guess I've been an addict my whole life.
Dope has just completely destroyed my life.
All of them parents.
You raised me up.
All of them the faces of addiction, in their own words, sharing their stories.
Like, you hear about somebody overdosing and your first thing is to go to that spot because you know it's good. Like, that's scary.
Some little kid rode up on a bicycle and said, "What are you looking for?"
Desperate to find a fix, almost to the point of no return.
Last October, on the 21st, my wife and I both overdosed.
A national epidemic. The president declaring a public health emergency.
It's time to liberate our communities from this scourge of drug addiction. Never been this way.
Heroin does not discriminate.
The search for a solution. Is this the best place for these four folks to be right now?
I think the simple answer is no. Well, I don't think that there's any single answer. I think it's got to be a large, comprehensive plan.
I don't know, they're obviously not getting to the problem of it.
Who's they?
The system.
And drugs, it's a mental disorder, it's a mental illness, and I think it should be treated like one.
For me, the only thing that helped keep me sober over the past year was combining some form of treatment and mental health.
I guess talk to more people like us that's been through it and let the younger kids figure it out through us instead of for themselves.
Tonight, 13 WAM goes inside the Livingston County Jail. Your voice, your future. The opioid epidemic, a jailhouse conversation. Good evening. The people with us tonight are all parents. One went to college on a music scholarship. Another is a diesel mechanic. And all are in jail or have been recently because of their addiction to heroin. I'll introduce them now. Kimberly Lavaseur, Michaela Welatok, Arthur A.J. Johnson, and Sean Fleming. Also with me tonight here in the Livingston County Jail is the Livingston County Sheriff, Tom Doherty. Kimberly, you get to go first. I'm going to ask each of you to tell me your story. How is it that you are here? And share whatever you want.
This is my 12th incarceration, actually. I'm here on a petty larceny because I steal and have an addiction to stealing, which also goes with my addiction to drugs, which heroin and cocaine. So, yeah, I've been upstate. I've stolen from people I love.
Where'd you grow up?
Dansville.
Dansville. Talk about your childhood a little bit.
My father was an alcoholic drug addict. My mother, she was a great mom. She was a single mother, pretty much, single parent. She ended up getting addicted to painkillers, Percocet. Me and my sister are best friends, but we both have had our shares of addiction. Mine just happened to last a little longer. She's been clean for 3 years. My upbringing was that of a broken home. All my friends are addicts, the whole town, pretty much. It's hard, even the love of being a mother is not strong enough to stop your drug addiction. I don't know what it's gonna take to stop it. This is my 12th time being in here.
Kimberly wants to be with her 2-year-old son.
It's my life, my world, reason I live.
But addiction runs in her family and circle of friends. Her desperate need at times, she says, is more powerful than the fear of dying.
I didn't care whether I was alive or dead, as long as I was feeling good. Lucky I'm alive.
AJ, tell me your story.
Well, from Syracuse area. I was coming out here to visit my stepfather in Dansville. I've been an addict for probably about 5 years, heavy alcoholic before that. I started off using painkillers because I got hurt at work, threw my back out. My prescriptions ran up, so I ended up finding painkillers on the streets. Well, they got very expensive, So I ended up going to heroin because it was cheaper, worked just as effective. And then I got to the point where I had to have it. I couldn't stop. I get so sick to the point where I'd have to go get it before I could even go to work. I literally lost everything.
AJ had a lot going for him. He took great pride in his work as a diesel mechanic, a good job with good pay. But after a back injury, he was prescribed painkillers. Then the pills ran out. Desperate, he turned to more expensive drugs sold on the street, then a cheaper option, heroin. Soon, all of his money and possessions were gone.
I just drove down one road that somebody told me about, parked on the side of the road, and some little kid rode up on a bicycle and said, "What are you looking for?"
AJ says the harsh reality of full-blown drug abuse surrounded him.
I watched my girlfriend die, brought her back twice. Watched my brother die, brought him back once, all from overdosing. It's not a joke. It takes your life. I used to make probably like $700, $800 a week. I spent all of that on drugs. I have a 7-year-old son that took the majority of the money that I didn't spend on drugs. And I sold probably about, or pawned probably about $250,000 worth of tools and equipment that I've had to fill the void that I couldn't fill with cash.
Sean, your story is, I mean, everybody's story is different, and yours also stood out to me because you were high school, Mount Morris High School grad, and you were off to
Niagara University.
Niagara University on what, a full scholarship?
Full ride scholarship. I grew up in a completely alcohol and drug-free home. Both my parents never drank, never did drugs, ran a very tight ship. My dad did. So when I got out of high school, I had drank like maybe twice by the time of graduation. Auditioned at Niagara, received the full ride scholarship for the music program.
For what? What did you do?
Music performance.
Vocal?
Yep. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains.
Do you still sing?
Absolutely. Not as much since I started using drugs and stuff. You know,
What kind of stuff did you like to sing?
I did a lot of Frank Sinatra, a lot of Michael Bublé, stuff like that. I actually worked with, my senior year, I worked with a producer down in New York City, created a CD. You know, I had big dreams. More than I can be. And I used to have an unbelievable drive for music that over the course of my year in college and since then I've just lost, and it only recently have I started to get back into it. I play 6 different instruments, and only recently did I actually take the time after I got clean to take some money, go buy myself a guitar and start playing again. You know, for my kids and I, they're all very musically inclined. You know, we used to, I can't tell you how many nights I sat around a campfire just playing guitar and enjoying life. You know, it's those things that I have to remind myself of to try to beat this.
What do you hope comes from this?
I hope that when you air this, that the viewers take the time to listen and try and understand their stories, and that this is a real problem. Even if they have no connection to any of it, it could be them. It could be their extended family, it could be a close family member. There's a lot of inmates here that aren't going to come and talk to me or you about their problems, and I commend them for doing this. And this will make a difference. I firmly believe that. This will make a difference when people listen to an actual person going through it.
Kimberly, Michaela, Sean, AJ, we wish you all the best, and we thank you for doing this with us tonight. And I'm completely hopeful and optimistic that I can call all you guys in 10 years and your lives are going to be going real well, and that you've helped some others along the way. Thanks so much. And thank you for joining us tonight. Glad you watched.